In the world of Dark Souls, we come across very strange and interesting NPCs, non-playable characters, and bosses, not to mention the monsters and the locations. Oh, and even the bullshit that can kill you just looking at it. Out of all those things, we do love legendary characters. We are going to look at one, but not a certain Sunbro or Onion Bro, but Knight of Taurus. Knight of Taurus stands as a massive Dark Souls icon and fan favourite, from his epic boss fight to being on the front of the box of Dark Souls, and also let's not forget his faithful sidekick Sif. Not to mention his ties to Guts from the Berserk anime. Artorias stands amongst them all as the true Dark Souls hero. Or is he? Sir Artorias the Abyss Walker is one of the 4 knights of Lord Gwyn. His armour is very distinctive, as is made up to look like a noble wolf. And he wields his great sword and great shield along with wearing the wolf ring. He is known to be a friend to Alvina of the Forest Hunter Covenant, and also his faithful companion Sif, the Great Grey Wolf. Artorias hunted the Dark Wraiths and was able to traverse the Abyss with the power of his ring, Covenant of Artorias ring. But going into the Abyss cursed his sword. When Artorias and Sif arrived in an attempt to save the town of Olakil and rescue the abducted Princess of Dusk, both were overwhelmed, and Artorias sacrificed himself to protect Sif, using his great shield to create a barrier around the loyal young wolf. Swallowed by the dark, Artorias became corrupt, along with his already cursed sword, and now only the chosen undead can save him from his darkness by fighting him to the death. Before even taking on Artorias in the DLC of Dark Souls, you must take on Sif in the Darkroot Forest in one of the most touching boss fights and scenes. When entering the boss area, Sif guards Artorias' grave, never leaving his master, even in death. Even starting the fight, it shows Sif doesn't want to fight, but fight he must, as the Great Grey Wolf will use Artorias' sword to fight the chosen undead. Artorias' boss fight is one of the toughest in the entire Dark Souls game. His attacks can be very predictable, but what lacks in his predictability, he makes up with raw power and speed, making fast work of seasoned Souls players. One thing you'll notice about his fight, Artorias fights one-handed, as his left arm is clearly broken. With standard sword swipes and overheads, he has the ability to charge his power up to berserk-like powers and can take you out within a few hits with speed and power charged ups. After defeating him, you can get his armour set and weapons by doing various things in the game, but mostly in defeating him and Sif. Looking at the description of his armour in-game explains, Armour of Artorias the Abyss Walker, one of Gwyn's 4 knights. The death of the armour's owner can be summarised from the corrosive dark of the Abyss, entitled Azure Blue Cape. Once was the symbol of pride and glory. His soul tells a story of Lord Gwyn's Knight Artorias, consumed by the Abyss. The legend that Artorias repelled the Abyss only told half the story. It seems that he was defeated and his honour preserved by some unsung hero who is the victor of the Abyss. The sword, though, tells an amazing story in game. It states, sword born from the soul of the Great Grey Wolf Sif, guardian of the grave of the Abyss Walker Knight Artorias. Sir Artorias hunted dark wraiths, and his sword strikes harder against dark servants. Now that gives an amazing description of Artorias in-game. But let's look at the Berserk tie-ins and references. Both him and Guts, the main protagonist of Berserk, have very similar armour, and both carry greatswords. Guts' Berserk armour is like a black wolf, while Artorias' is a grey wolf. Both have walked into an abyss of their own stories, and art of them is near identical to each other. Even Artorias' moves look very close to Guts in the anime show when his Berserk armour is activated. It is no secret that the game director of Dark Souls 1 and 3, Hideki Miyazaki is a massive Berserk fan, and it had a hand in influencing Dark Souls and even Bloodborne. And with that, we bring the legend of Knight of Taurus to an end. A legendary character to a legendary game. And now enters the lore section of Vault 434.